All right, coming back number 3. A bag of game markers contains 4 red markers. I sound like game markers. I don't know, game markers. Right? Contains 4 red markers, 5 blue markers, 3 yellow markers, and 3 green markers. If Mario, what's that say? Mario reaches into the bag, Mario, and pulls out a game marker without looking, what is the probability he will not pull out a blue game marker? Game mark, not game. Okay. So here we go. We've got the UPSI strategy. We're going to look at, I need to understand what the problem's asking me for. The problem is asking me to find the probability of not getting blue. Okay, you can see why this first step is so important, because you could go through this whole problem and find the probability of blue and get it wrong. So the first step is make sure you know what you're looking for. I don't want blue. So in order to find that, I didn't know how many total markers there are and how many of them are not blue. Okay? Well, let's see, my number total. I'm going to do the number of not blue. Okay? Well, let's see, how many are there total? We got 4, plus 5, plus 3, plus 3. Right, so that's 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. So 15 is my total. That goes in the bottom. On the top, I just want the ones that are not blue. So let's see, red's not blue, that's 4. 5, that's blue, I don't want those. 3 yellow, 3 green. Okay, so if I do 4 plus 3, I'll get 10. All right, so my answer should be 10 over 15. And that's not up there. Crap. Oh yeah, we got to divide by a common. We got to reduce this, right? So 10 and 15 are both divisible by 5. So if I divide 10 by 5, I'll get 2. And if I divide 15 by 5, I'll get 3. So my answer should be 2/3. Which we just learned from the last problem is 66.66666%. For this one, we want the fraction, 2/3. All right. Just so you remember for UPSI, the last step is to evaluate and make sure your answer makes sense. Is 2/3 of a valid probability? Yeah, it's a fraction. It works. 2/3. All right, let's continue. Number 4. All right, number 4, we got a video game arcade that calculates the number of players that played one of the 4 games in one day. The results are shown in this table below. So I see a table. It shows me the different games. We got a game called Comet Crusade, Speed Carts, Dance Party, and Megabots. People who played it, there were 18 players who played Comet Crusade, 22 here for Speed Carts, 26 for Dance Party, and 14 for Megabots, right? We want to find the probability that a player will play Speed Carts. So we want to find, that's my understand, we want to find the probability of Speed Carts. Okay, so in order to find probability, in my next step here, I need to find the total number of Speed Carts and divide by the total number of players. Right? So I got to find how many players play Speed Carts and divide that by the total number of players. All right, next step, I actually do it. So let's see, the total number of Speed Cart players was 22. The total number of players was, well, let's see, we got to add all these up, right? So if I add these up, I get, let's see, 18 and 22 is 40. And 26 and 14 is also 40. So my total is going to be 80 players. There's my answer, 22 over 80. I don't see that as an answer choice, so that probably means I have to reduce. 22 and 80 are both even numbers, so I can divide by 2. All right, so 22 divided by 2 is 11. 80 divided by 2 is 40. I should get 11 out of 40. right? Choice B, C, what was that? C, H, 11 out of 40. All right, I think we got time to do number 5 on the same video. So this one says, look at the spinner below. Hey, cool spinner, nicely done. How many sections of the spinner should be colored yellow so that the probability of spinning yellow in a single spin is 1 out of 4? Okay, so this one's a little bit backwards. I want to find the number of yellow.
How do you know it's in here again?
All right, I want to find the number of yellow. Set up my problem here. Well, let's see. 1/4 of them should be yellow, right? Because the probability of yellow should be 1 out of 4. So, let's see. 1/4 of them should be yellow. Okay, we could do this in different ways. I could set up a proportion. I could say 1 out of 4 is equal to however many there are out of the numbers there are, right? So remember, probability is the number of yellow divided by the total. And my total here, let's see, my total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? So 1/4 of my 8 should be yellow. So you could do 1/4 times 8. You could come back here and actually color them. You could say, okay, well, every four should have 1 yellow. So let's see, that's 1 yellow, 2, 3, 4. 1 yellow, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I just colored them. All right, so there's different ways of solving this. Any of those ways, you're going to get the same answer, which should be 2. Right? 2 sections should be yellow. And then this one's a good one. This one's a good problem to do the last step, which is evaluate. Make sure it's correct. So if you have 2 yellow out of 8 total, is that the same thing as 1 out of 4? Is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can reduce. So 2 is a correct answer, right? Or the correct answer. All right? So awesome sauce. We'll see you later for the next side.